Okay, everyone. Let me explain to you some very common mistakes when you use Excel. So let me give you an example. Okay, we start from case number, okay, and then 1, 2, and so on and so forth, right? All you need to do is just highlight these two numbers, and then move your cursor until it becomes a cross. Okay, only then you will left click and don't let go, and then drag. Now this time let's have 50 cases. Alright, and now let's generate some numbers. Okay, so now we have those numbers. You should know how to calculate the average, right? Equal sign and then AVERAGE parentheses. And remember, you need to highlight the whole set of data. Okay, so come on. Alright, and then enter. Okay, well, that's not a bad number, 5.34. Now, what you're supposed to do is equal sign, select the cell, minus 5.34. Yes, 5.34. Enter. Okay, and then select this cell, move your cursor until it becomes a cross. Now, you left click, and then don't let go, drag it until you reach the desired case number. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. Now some people what they do is this: equal sign, select this case, minus, and then they will go all the way down and then select this case, enter. That is not a smart move, because if you move your cursor and then drag it down, then all the number is wrong. Because look at the second one, it becomes this one, this cell minus B53, which is the cell below the cell you just selected. Okay, now if you come to this cell, now it becomes this cell minus the cell even below. Okay, so Excel has this annoying thing, so you don't want to do that. Okay, and some other people, what they do is B2 minus B52, and then this one they use this minus and then select this cell again, and then in other words they do it one by one. Okay, I give you 50 cases. That will take you a while. And imagine, usually when we collect a data set, the sample size is at least like 80, 100, or sometimes 200. If I give you so many cases in the exam, you will not have time. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do this one by one. And from the function, from the cell function here, I will know you are doing it one by one. And if that's the case, I'm going to deduct some points from you. Okay, so what you do is this minus and then just type it, 5.34. Okay, and then just drag it. This is the best way. Some people, they are smart enough, they know how to refer to this cell using the dollar sign. But don't worry about that. Okay, if you know how to do it, that's good. If you don't know how to do it, don't worry about that. Just type the number 5.34, please. Alright, now you're supposed to square it, right? And okay, let's just square it, and then the same thing, right? Okay, so this is the deviation. This is the squared, right, value. And then so the sum of square is the sum of those squared values. All you need to do is select the whole set and then one extra cell, and then you go to auto sum, right? Or you can do this, use the function of sum and then select the whole thing. Okay, either way it's the same thing. Okay, and then so this is sum of square, right? Now, how about variance? Most of you know how to do that. So you use this one, equal sign, and then divide this by degrees of freedom. Some people want to do fancy one, right? So they use 50 minus 1. They do that, and you'll be wrong. That is not the correct value. The problem is you didn't do this parentheses, okay? Because in math, you're supposed to do multiplication or division first, and then do the plus or minus, okay? And so if you do this, that's what the Excel will do. So if you want Excel to do this first, you need to put a parentheses first, okay? But why do you want to do that so fancy? Just do 49. Now some people, for some reason, they didn't do this calculation. Instead, they probably do the calculation 273.22 divided by 49 somewhere else. Probably use a calculator, and then when they give the answer, they just type this number 5.575918. If I see this is the variance, but I don't see your calculation. This is only a number. I also will take away points from you, because I need to know you know how to do this on Excel. Okay? So variance, what you're supposed to do is do the calculation on the Excel. Show me this function. So if I see this, again, if I see only the number while you were supposed to do the calculation, I will take away points from you. Okay? Okay, so now finally standard deviation, of course. This one, there are two ways. You can use the function of square root, or I prefer use this way, little hat and then 0.5. That's the square root, and this is standard deviation. So I mentioned those common mistakes. Please avoid those mistakes. Okay, the calculation of sum of square, variance, and standard deviation will keep on coming back. So you need to get familiar with those basic procedures. Okay.